What is going on, y'all? Welcome to Joel Friday TV. I am Joel Friday. Welcome to the show. A few announcements before we get started. Hit that like button, smack it. Lay the smack down the like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and the message out. Do it now. Help a brother out. As you guys know, we are live at Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And at any point during the show, you know what you can do. You can call in. It is a talk show, so you can call in at 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. And guess what? We can get into it. Whatever you want to get into, we can get into it. Topics at hand, previous shows, random stuff, the blacks, the whites, the orange, the pinks. Whatever you want to talk about, we can do it. Also, if for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still have a question or comment, or you just want to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV. The link is in the YouTube description, or go directly to the YouTube live chat. Hit the super chat button. You can send your question or comments there as well. I'll read them live on air, and we can interact. So you do have those options. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and punchy.tv. So anywhere you want to watch the show, you can watch it on those platforms live. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I'm laughing that some of you guys here on YouTube are laughing at the thumbnail of mine, thinking that it's me. I know you guys really don't think it's me, but the jokes in the YouTube chat are hilarious. One guy said, Tar Baby Yoda said, Joel look happy in that pic. I was laughing at some of the comments before the show. Funny stuff. Anyway, we got some stuff we're going to get into. I also have some super chats that I want to make sure I read as well today that I didn't get to last episode, which was on Thursday, so I will get to those as well. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, and we'll just kind of go from there. So I was just thinking, pondering, what's going on, chat? Good morning, chat. Good morning, IG, Facebook chat, and YouTube chat. How y'all doing? All is well. Yeah, I was just thinking, and there's I think a little bit of a misconception when it comes to men, how men should feel when they're in these relationships. Like, especially as a man, and, men are supposed to lead and be tough and strong, but men, get into relationships, then they have these feelings that come up, and they seem to be more acceptable by the ladies. When ladies have feelings, it seems to be more accepted for ladies to have feelings. But when guys have feelings, then it seems like beta and weak. And I wanted to talk about that, right? These feelings that inevitably, don't ask me to spell it, but I can say the word, inevitably come up. What should we do with them? How do we deal with them? What are we supposed to do? Do I push it down? Do I run away? Am I weak for feeling them? I want to get into a little bit of that today. Okay? Because I don't care if everybody in the chat, the guys in the chat saying beta, here we go, beta. You feeling that when you dating. And you right there too. And the reason why I know you feeling that is because when dating, and the reason we date is because those feelings are there. So, you're welcome to the beta club then. But I don't think that it's necessarily a wrong thing. And I want to explain what I mean by that. right? And this goes for ladies too. If you feel this way or you doubt these feelings that pop up and you don't know what to do with them, this is a unisex message. But let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. And I don't want to go too much into this. So we're going to make the points and then we're going to keep it moving. But let's go from the beginning. Is obviously when you're dating or you meet somebody or whatever, right? You're married. These feelings exist. They're there, right? For the most part. Especially in the beginning, those feelings are going to come up for both guys and girls. And it is obviously emotional, obviously ego, right? And it's obviously coming from, we'll just say emotions. Keep it PG. And they're there. They come up. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's completely improper. I think there's a way, like we were talking about last week, where these things are okay. But I want to talk about how guys should navigate these feelings without coming across as weak or subject to the woman, right? Because, let me tell you, if not paying attention, those feelings could lead you into some mess. Just lapdog for the lady. But I want to talk about how to properly go about it, because there is a proper way to deal with these feelings that come up. There's a proper way to operate when they're there. But let's talk about them really quick. So these feelings, you're dating, you like somebody, and it's going well, and you're enjoying the company. You guys have good conversation, and it's nice, right? It's going well. And those feelings start come up. What are those feelings? Those feelings come up and you're excited and you're like, hold up. This is going too well. This is nice. I'm enjoying this conversation. It's just clicking. What's going on? Then the excitement starts to come in, right? You get excited and you're like, wow. And then you're on cloud 9, right? You start thinking about the future. Lord. You start thinking about the future, like, hold up, could I see myself with this? Could I see with the kids? And you just your imagination starts going wild and blah, 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 right? That happens. And that's probably gonna happen. And you're just feeling good. The point is to stay present and aware. The point is not to prevent this from happening. Because I've done this before. A lot of times in all different areas, not just with dating, but just in general with the feelings, right? When the feelings come up in any kind of way, there's a desire of recognizing that, okay, this is like too much. And then you start trying to control it. You try to push it down or think about something else or stay busy or whatever. But that only digs you deeper. You don't want to control it. These things are here. It's happening. You just want to be aware of it. And I realize in this awareness, as it happens to me, in this awareness, I realize a little something from it. Is that these things are going to come up. These feelings are going to come. But when you are aware, then you're not caught up in them. So, because what usually happens is that you get excited and you're feeling this way, and then guess what? Then the first argument happens. Ooh! Or the hell comes out. The hell comes out, and the lady, she got attitude today. She just wake up with an attitude, or she do something that you don't necessarily agree with, right? And now your feelings go crazy. Now you're ticked. Now you're mad. Now you're just like, you blow up. And that's because you were unaware. But I realized in awareness, when you're aware of these feelings and you're watching them, you're not expecting it to go well, and you're not expecting it to go well either. You're just being aware. And when you're aware and those disagreements come, they don't throw you all over the place. You know what I mean? You don't burn out. You don't crash out. That's what the kids are saying now, crash out. You don't crash out because you're aware. You're in the present and you're paying attention to them. Because the disagreement's coming. Oh, the hell is coming, right? And it may not be a lot of hell. It may not be crazy, or it may be a lot of hell. But in your awareness, it won't catch you off guard, so you're able to keep your ground and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And also in awareness as these feelings are coming, because, they coming. Also in awareness, you can also see when it's time as a man to correct in the moment, the situation. You know what I mean? And just be honest about the situation, or call something out. You'll see when to do it without letting it go because your feelings don't want to start up an argument. You know what I mean? Because in unawareness, when you have these feelings, you let a lot of things go because you don't want to argue, because you don't want to lose the person, or you don't want to lose this excitement and this feeling that you have, right? And that's unconsciousness. But when you're conscious with these feelings, you can see and know when to, despite the excitement, still stand on your business. Put your foot down, or just be honest. It don't gotta be it doesn't have to be macho and like, I gotta lead. It gotta be that, but just when to just be firm, be real, be a man, really. It's really what it is. When to be a man. You'll see that even with the feelings when you're aware and awareness. And I think that that's so key, because a lot of guys think that in order to lead or be strong or be a man, it means to be void of these things. And one day they shall be taken away. Right? But God is still within, even in the process, right? God is still within, even when those feelings arise, or even when you believe into these things, because it's the light still shining. Awareness is the light. So if you're aware when these feelings come up, then you can still properly be a man in your relationship. Because I'm telling you, you're going to have these feelings. They're going to be there. And you need to not try to control them. You need to not try to push them down. You need to not try to avoid them. You need to not try to lie about them. You need to not be in denial about them. They're there. And the same feelings that you got is the same feelings that she got. Same thing. Be real about it. But just be aware, and you'll be able to still be the man in the relationship. But one more last point, and I'm gone. I'm off this. Because I got some other mess I want to tell you guys. Lord have mercy. They coming after the kids. They're coming after the children. But the last point on this I want to make is the tricky thing about feelings too is that feelings are they're so possessive, right? And I see guys do this. I've done it, and I know there's guys that do it. Is that with these feelings, they become real possessive, and it'll make you try to control the other person, right? And this goes for ladies too. And it'll make the jealousy pops up. And there's nothing wrong with being a little jealous. You know what I mean? That's kind of there. But to where it's overly affects you, then you have to start questioning it. But feelings starts having you want to possess somebody, control them, right? And it'll start trying to make boundaries and rules in the relationship. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, you can't see him. Or you can't say that. Or you can't look at him or her. Or like it starts putting all these rules on it. It's trying to control, right? And you want to be aware of that too, because the best thing that anybody could ever do, even if your ego takes a hit, even if your little ego hurts about it, is let people be free. Let people be free and make their own decisions. And all you do is sit back and watch it happen, because that's telling you who you might potentially be getting involved with. How are they dealing with these situations, right? Without you imposing your beliefs on them. Let them make their decisions, right? And, there's nothing wrong with here and there giving your input if it's asked for or it's warranted or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, letting them be their own person so you see how they deal with situations. And you don't control them at all. There's no pressure. There's no nothing. So that way, guess what? They will choose whether they want to be with you or choose they want to be with somebody else. But if they choose you, meaning like they see that they want to be with you, guy or girl, then it'll be to death do you part. Because there's no more confusion. There's no more, do I like them? Do I not like them? Do I want Jimmy? Do I want Jake? Do I want Sally? Do I want Christy? All those little doubts and confusions will be gone, because you had freedom in the dating process or in the friendship, whatever, to just be free, without judgment, without pressure or nothing. And you'll find out if that person is for you or not by giving them freedom, by backing off. All that comes in being aware. Just being aware. Just being aware. Learning and growing. Making mistakes. So, even with those feelings that want to be possessive, that want to tell people what to do, that want to make sure they're only seeing you, that want to make sure they ain't cheating, that want to make sure they ain't looking at nobody else, that want to make sure their text messages are... That ain't it. And the feelings will tell you to do that. But let people be free. Let them go do all the little mess you want. You just watch it. Oh, okay. And then you'll have your answer in due time. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Now all the guys that think I'm bad, you guys can come back. Come back, guys. You can come back. I'm done with the feelings thing. You can come back to my show. I'm done. 'Cause I think a lot of the guys left. Even though they dealing with the same stuff. But they left. Anyway. I have some clips I want to show you guys real quick. And then we'll get to some calls. Let me check super chats. And you can call in 888-775-3773 if you guys want to get in there. Let me see here. JC from Little Rock says, happy 200. I may have read this, but I want to make sure I got it. It says happy 200. Thank you, JC. I appreciate it. Amazing stuff. D Crown says, just because you special with the 3 donuts. Excuse me. D Crown says, just because you special, even though Jesse says no one is special. Right on. I appreciate that, D Crown, for the donuts. Right on. You special too. Amazing stuff. Let me check here. I wish I should have I should have grabbed the picture, my thumbnail, and show you guys. For those on Facebook and Instagram and Punchy.tv, they don't know what the thumbnail is. And it kind of looks like me. And I just thought it was interesting, some of the jokes here on YouTube that I wanted to show. But maybe next time. I'll show you guys. Because YouTube chat going crazy. Okay. Let me get to these clips. That's so interesting. So, I've been seeing this for a long time. And you guys can let me know what you think about it. Because I've been seeing these young kids just talented. Mind you, I've been a dance instructor. I had a little dance program that I ran for years and years. And but I've been a dance teacher since I was 19. So if I tell you how many years, you're gonna do the math and guess my age. But years and years and years and years, I've been a dance teacher, and I've been teaching young kids. And yeah, I saw a lot, learned a lot. I also was signed to a dance industry. Signed to a dance agency, and I was in the industry a little bit, auditions, blah, blah, blah. And you also go on a lot of these auditions. There's no age range. There's young kids there too, and they're auditioning for the adult dance stuff. And they're all over the place. So I've seen a lot of young kids interacting, and a lot of these young kids are so talented, it's insane. It's not even right. They're like so talented that you almost make you want to question. It almost make you want to question your own skill. Because you'd be like, how are you 7 and you this good? And the past 10 years, probably no, I'll say less than that, 5 years, 5 to 10 years, the kids have been getting really, really good at these things. But I always kind of question, I don't know, some seems a little bit off here. And then fast forward today, you see on Instagram, these young kids that are like little social media stars. And they're not even, they could just be on there just being cute or on there just saying funny things. They have these little Instagram, TikTok stars, and they're 5, 6, 7, and the accounts are ran by their parents. And they're just little superstars, but they got this grown type of mature thing. But they still be so cute. But even then, I'm thinking I have a little squint. Something just seems a little bit up here. So I want to show you a couple clips, and I want to break down what I believe that is and where that comes from. And I have 2 little cute girls, and they so cute. They're so cute. Probably 7 or 5 or something like that. And I just don't typically see a lot of young boys behaving this way. Even though they're there. There's a lot. But I mostly see it with the little girls. Watch, I'll show you. So this little girl is from Instagram, I believe. And I think she's 3. And here is where she talks to her mom. Maybe you guys seen this clip. She's talking to her father on her phone, and then the mom asks to talk to the father, or the mom's trying to talk to the father while the little girl just wants her alone time with her father. So here's the first clip.
Is this your dad?
No, obviously not.
Okay, then why are you talking to my dad, Mom? Why?
Because I'm allowed to.
No, but is this your dad? Yeah? No? Yeah? No, it's my dad.
But I'm allowed to talk to your dad.
No. Okay, come here.
Like, it's cute, her little face, and it seemed harmless. You know what I mean? It seemed harmless. And she's obviously just messing around with her mom. But, it makes me kind of just question too. And I ain't trying to be negative Nancy here or nothing. I just wanted to point out what could be happening in these situations and to be aware of certain things. I don't think that this is demonic. I don't think that this is possession. Everybody's possessed. But that's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying there's some undertones of something that's off that I want to point out one more time.
Is this your dad?
No, obviously not.
Okay, then why are you talking to my dad, Mom? Why?
Because I'm allowed to.
No, but is this your dad? Yeah? No? Yeah? No, it's my dad.
But I'm allowed to talk to your dad.
No. Okay, come here.
How does she know at that young to just have that type of jokingly sarcastic attitude? You know what I mean? It's cute. It's cute and everything, and it's entertaining to watch. I understand why this is a viral clip. Very entertaining to watch. But I also think that there's something that's a little bit twisted there. Let me show you one more, and we'll get more into it. This is a young girl, a little dancer. I think she might be 8 or 9. But she's been on social media for a long time. She's been dancing. She's, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or something. And really good, talented. And she's on Instagram, got millions of followers on Instagram. Here's a quick small compilation of her. You can't lie and can't say that she's not cute. That she's not a cute little girl. She's not a little cute. And but this one might be a little bit more obvious, the undertone that I'm talking about. That's something that's there that's just a little bit kind of just off. And what I want to point out is that innocence has a line that it just doesn't cross. Innocence has a line that it just doesn't cross, or it crosses and knows that something's off here, right? The reason why I know that especially is because I remember I had some moves that I would teach the kids that I didn't think was wrong, but some of the kids will react to those moves and they'll be like, ew, or that's awkward or that's weird, right? And it's because that thing in them, that innocence in them, knows that this is just not all the way proper, right? And it knows when it's too far. But what I think is happening here is these young kids, and you guys can let me know what you think. If you got opinions on this or whatever, you guys can call in 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. But yeah, there's what I noticed is that a lot of these kids have this energy, right? This ego energy that's in them. It's very loud and wild. And what happens is they need a place to put it, right? So the parents end up putting them in these sports. You see a lot of young kids doing are crazy talented at sports now. They put them in dance. They put them in all these things. They're on social media, whatever. They put them in these things to channel this like energy that they have because they see it as such it's a cute thing. And they got this little personality coming from it. And they end up being really good. And what's happening is this false energy is being channeled into these different things. And this false energy is latching onto that, and now it's becoming their identity. Now they're just a great dancer. They're just a great athlete. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. They have underlying issues that this is their escape for those issues. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to have your little hobbies, but we're not seeing it in a hobby form. This is not just like gymnastics on Thursdays. This is like, no, these kids do this every day, all day. They train 8 to 10 hours a day after school, including school. And they are competitions and all this stuff. Like, this is like, no, this is like a obsession in their children. And it all starts from them having this energy that needs to be channeled. Well, where did that come from? That they were already being turned away in the home. Already being turned away in the home. Right? They already thinking from the very beginning, the reason why their parents even had the idea of them finding a hobby to channel their energy comes from why do their energy need to be channeled? And there's natural energy as children that can be channeled. Like, go play outside, go be in a sport. There's nothing wrong with being in sports and stuff like that. But I'm just saying to this crazy degree that we're seeing now. It's like, why does it have to be channeled in this way? And why are they latching onto so much is because they're already becoming angry a lot sooner. They're becoming angry a lot sooner. They're growing up a lot sooner. And it's not from no good teachings. It's from the awakening of anger. The awakening of anger. And it seems so cute and all that stuff. And it is cute. But it's a slippery slope. And I realized that that their innocence is being exploited. That's what it is. Their innocence is being exploited. There's nobody telling them that you don't have to do this. There's nobody telling them that this is too much. So they're getting all locked up, caught up, and they're not being kids. And then they end up growing up too fast, and they end up getting little boyfriends and girlfriends, and they end up blah, 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 blah. And then we'd be so shocked. We'd be so shocked. We'd be like, the world would be like, how did this happen? How did she become like this? How did he become like this? And it's really the little girls. It's really the little girl. The little boys is bad too, but the little boys are scared. Boys are more scared now. They're more scary. The little girls be aggressive. Trust me. These little girls be aggressive. And they ain't shy. And they don't care about the age. They flirt with you. They don't care. I'll tell you. They do not care. I remember when I was teaching that I always kind of been kind of fit. So when I was teaching, I had to start changing up my attire because if I would go in there like with this, not this specifically, but with like a tight shirt or like a tank top, I couldn't get them to pay attention. I'm thinking like, why is it like that already? But the little girls are aggressive now because they're growing up. They're getting their, I don't know if I can say that on air, but they're just going through their phase a lot quicker, a lot sooner. And yeah, they end up getting into boys. A lot of my students who left the program always leave when they get to high school. Always leave when they get to high school. Freshman year hits, it's a wrap. It's a wrap because they start liking boys, they start getting into makeup and girls and party, and it's just wrap. Done. Hang it up. Cooked. All of them. So it's the anger. It's the anger that starts in the home from the very beginning. And it starts right in the very beginning. And it's all cute and all that stuff on social media. And there's nothing wrong with liking it. Ha ha ha, that's funny and cute. But there's still something that's a little bit off about it. Cooked. Someone take the mic away. Joel too naive for the combo. What? What you mean? But that's the facts, though. That is the facts. These little girls just be fast. And also, my last thing. Chat going crazy. My last thing about this is I be going skating. I be skating. And it's fun to me, but the main reason why I skate is because it's fun, but it's ego fun. Right? It's like a hobby where I get my little ego is satisfied. But it's still ego. It's still ego. So when I'm there, I'm like doing all my little stuff, and I'm like getting all my. It's an outlet for my ego. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I'm just saying that's what it is at the end of the day. So I actually think that it's a healthy thing, honestly. If you can't help it, right? If you can help it, then maybe not so much. But I think it's a healthy thing to have a little thing that you enjoy that's fun, right? You like to do whatever. Even little video games every once in a while isn't bad, right? If you just enjoy certain things, that's fine. Like, boom, boom. Because what is happening is that it's the same thing when why people are allowed to get married, why sex is justified in marriage is because that outlet of that burn needs to go somewhere if it's uncontrolled, right? And marriage is the proper way to do it, right? But eventually you get it all out your system. So that's the same thing like skating or a video game here and there or a little pickup football game or whatever you got going on. I think it's, there's nothing wrong with having a little hobby to do it and you just have fun with it. But when we start identifying and we start getting caught up and these young kids end up becoming superstars because of it. It's being abused. It's an exploitation of the innocence. So that's all I'm saying. Have your little fun, have your little hobbies. I like hobbies. Hobbies are good. And hobbies can be pure, clean, fun, ego entertainment. Innocent ego entertainment. So, anyway. I can see Joel spinning on the dance floor. I'm bad on the skate ring, I'm telling you. I still working on my little spins. I'm bad on the skate ring though. You guys think that, oh, Joel in there, oh, that's cute. Joel in there just dancing around. No, I'm slick on the floor. I ain't got no video because I had no desire to try to record myself doing it. What the? I have no desire to like try to record myself and post it because I just have fun doing it. But I'm telling you, I'll be in there backwards. I'll be spinning. I'll be doing my little thing on the skate floor. So you think it's beta, come see me on the skate floor. We'll find out who really beta. We'll find out. I challenge you. We'll see who more beta. And I'm winning. Oh, man. What a mess. Anyway, 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. Let's move on. There are lines open. You guys can get in. If not, then it's all good. I'm just going to talk. Let me check the super chats. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Joel does flips and stuff. No, I don't do no flips. I'll be flipping. But I will tell you that there's a lot of people at the skate rink. I still want to like, there's a lot of people who be doing like some crazy cool stuff at the rink. Like they be doing all kinds of tricks that I don't know how to do. I just like to cruise and groove. To me, if you put me on the spot and say, show me something cool, you ain't gonna get it. It ain't gonna happen. I just like the music kind of is just like the inspiration. If it's a good song, I'm vibing to it. And as I'm vibing to it, new stuff is coming out in the moment. New moves, new glide, new turn. It comes out like in the midst of that. So I'm just more like a groover on the dance floor. You ain't about to see me hit 30 spins into a flip and then land in a split. You're not about to see that out of me. I don't have the desire to go home and practice that. But there's people who do that, and it's cool. Oh my, it's cool. And everybody had that, ooh, they be clapping, ooh, they get all the applause. But I just like to cruise and groove and do my little thing, and that's my vibe. Do a little backwards moonwalk skate. That's me. So, and one more thing about that is that with the skating rink, what's so nice about why it's so fun, and more people should do is because it ain't like, it's not like the club, right? There's no, everybody's just kind of vibing. It's just like maybe this is just a black thing. I don't know. But I be seeing white people and Mexicans there. But it's just like a vibe. Everybody just like vibing. And everybody be falling. You know what I mean? Like you be falling too. And you just get up and keep it moving. But it's just like pure, it's like clean, pure vibes. It's a good time. But I'm black, so I might be biased. Anyway. Family friendly. Exactly. Hey gets it. Amazing stuff. I thought Joel did spins and flips. Nah, I ain't do no spins and flips. Have you ever tried ice skating? I tried ice skating before. Ice skating is really it's fun too, but it's hard. Ice skating is it's too fine. Like you gotta like really be legit to really like enjoy your time with ice skating because the ice is real slippery and you're only on a blade, a very, very thin blade. So you it takes a lot more practice to gain like confident control. And I guess that's kind of cool too, but I'm black. I don't really like cold stuff. I don't want to be in a sweater the whole time on the ice. Like, what the? Even though I love snowboarding. Ooh, that's another guilty pleasure. I love the snowboard. I got me a little snowboard. And so I do be in the snow. So I lied. I do like to be in the snow. So, yeah, but ice skating is a little bit harder. And anybody who listen, let me just say this, and I'm gonna get to the calls. Anybody who go to the rink with rollerblades, listen. Listen, I'm judging. And I see some pretty people I see some people on the at the rink and their blades and they're nice on the blades. But it just kind of like giving like look, I don't know what it's giving. But I'm judging. Because if you're going to be at the rink, you need the old school wheels, the traditional wheels, man. The 2 side by side. I can't even, when I look at them, I'm like, look at you. I'm judging. I'm like, look at you and your little blades. It just ain't a vibe. And then blades is like, they look funny. Because they're always like big and long. So, I don't know. It just don't fit. It just feels like you should like be playing. You should be at the skate park with those. People are saying blades are better. Blades are not better. Blades are not better. You don't bring skate park at the blade. I'm judging you if you do that. You're getting judged. Let me go to the calls. Joel, skating is the same. Can't call yourself cool. I'm cool with the 4 wheels, 2 side by sides. He said, I don't care what you say. Rebuke. Get behind me, Satan. Bye. Seaside can't skate. That's why. Let me go to Gray out of Los Angeles. Gray, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
What up, Joe? How are you?
How's it going, Gray? All is well.
All is over here, too.
Right,
I just need some perspective, bro. So yesterday I got home and from work, and then my daughter started talking to me about some things, over at her mom's. And basically was telling me she was having some problems with her. And it's crazy because I need perspective because every time I talk to her, I feel like, she's young. She's 16. So to me, it feels like they don't want to hear advice.
Yeah.
They kind of just want to rant.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like I didn't really give her any type of like anything that she was looking for. I just kind of gave her solutions. Like I was telling her like, look, I know your mom. She's not perfect, but don't resent her. She doesn't really know what she's doing, and it just doesn't sound like it. Didn't feel like she took that in well. You know, like she kind of wanted me to jump on board with her and be like, yeah, she's an idiot. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
so I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't have advice sometimes for her. So I'm just wondering what that is.
That's a good question. You know, I've wondered about that specific thing too. You know, I think that it kind of just goes based on, you know, just judging the situation in the moment and seeing what's needed. If she's like, you know, crying or like ranting or whatever the case is, and she needs somebody that's there to just hear what she has to say, just listen, then just sit there and listen to it and, you know, just be there type of thing. But I will say that not the solutions aren't always solutions in the moment, right? Sometimes they do just want to get it off their chest or whatever the case is, and they're not looking for the solution in the moment. And sometimes they just want somebody to understand what they're dealing with, right? And us guys, it's so easy for us to glide in with trying to save the day, right? And bring these solutions. And it's clear for us because we're thinking logically, but sometimes that is not helpful. So, and that's why in these situations they typically go to the mom for that type of stuff. But let's just say she's going to the dad. I think it's also good for us as guys to be understanding about what she's going through. We don't got to feel what she's feeling and be there in that kind of way, but just understand that, you know, whatever she's feeling at the moment, she's just getting it out, and just knowing how to see what's really going on in that moment, the best that you can, and learn when you make the mistakes, you know, because we ain't gonna always get it right. We don't always know what these feelings mean. You know what I mean? We don't always know that kind of stuff. So, you know, being understanding sometimes is better than bringing solutions.
I see. Yeah, I feel like I didn't listen, you know? And
Yeah.
it kind of bothered me today. Like, I was like, man, I didn't listen. And I was just like, look, it's simple. Simple, boom, 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 you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like, I don't know if I did her any favors there, or if I was even helpful at all. And it kind of, like, I know it's the thoughts, but, like, then I'm thinking, she might not even want to tell me things, like, because he's all like, oh, I know what I'm going to get from my dad, you know?
Yeah.
And she'll gravitate towards, like, her grandma, things like that, you know?
Yeah. And so you said that she always goes to you about this stuff, or just sometimes?
No, she'll come to me, like, she'll tell me when something's happening. She's, like, not eager, but she will tell me things that are happening in her life, and she's very open with me.
Oh, okay. And she
Yeah.
and you felt like in this situation you just didn't listen.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't listen, and I was just kind of like, look, listen, don't hate your mom. Like, I don't need to hear the story, type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't gotta hear it. I know where this is gonna wrap up towards.
Yeah.
And I just, in my head, I'm like, look, listen, don't hate her. You know, she needs to develop as a person. Remember, she's a young mother. She's not getting everything right. Like, I was trying to, like,
Yeah.
kind of give her a sense of, like, don't hate your mom. Like, don't do that. Like, just try to, like,
Yeah.
understand her. But then I realized I'm talking to a 16-year-old, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, when emotions in that time is like their identity.
Yeah.
You know?
So to her, she's like, you're defending her.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Like, I could sit here and we
Yeah.
both could hate her, but it's just not what I suggest, you know?
Well, that's actually an interesting point too, is that Like I don't think that you're wrong for what you're saying. I think that in that moment, obviously it was like a heated moment for her, your daughter, right? And in that moment, she just wanted to get that off her chest. Let her get it off the chest, and you don't have to say much. You're just kind of there to listen, and you can even just be like, I understand, but truly understand, right? Not just for the sake of saying it, because obviously why there's the deeper reasons why she feels this way, all that stuff. So you understand in that way, but then when the dust settles and another opportunity comes, or maybe the next day or whatever, and you find yourself alone with her, then you can bring those things up again where she's able to properly hear it. Like, hey, I was thinking about our conversation last time, and I just want you to remember that don't hate your mom because she loves you. And that way, in that moment, she'll be able to take it in.
Right. Find her, in a better place. Like, give her some time to let it out. Yeah, I think that you're right. And I think that was the ego as well. Like, like you said, I got the solution, and here it is. Like, but it's like, the ego won't even let you sit down and listen, Love to respond, love to talk. Can't wait to talk next. I felt like I fell for that. Yeah, I fell for that, and it bothers me today, bro. Like, it was just like, oh, man. It's like you get a moment to shine, I guess, and then you just like mess it up. But you're right, bro. I gotta learn to like sit down and listen, and then see her later and be like, yeah, like you said, hey, I was thinking about this. And I think that's the best approach for sure moving forward.
Yeah, man. And one last thing about that is that, and it's all a lesson too. It's not like you intentionally were trying not to listen. You thought in the moment you were just doing the best you can. Maybe the ego took over a little bit. It's fine. You weren't intentionally trying to do that, but you just learn from that and see like, oh, okay, well, next time I need to listen more. Because nobody's having it all together, especially when they have kids. And this stuff happens. Everybody's kind of just learning. So it's no big deal that happened either. It just, you learn from it. And next time she's going to still go to you 100 times. She's going to forget that moment and come back to you 100 more times. So there's going to be 100 more opportunities to get it right.
Yeah. All right, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling, Gray.
It was just in my head, bros. But I knew I had to get it out. But thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Right on, Gray. I appreciate it, man. Call me. Nice. I gotta end, y'all. Derek and the others that trying to get in now, I done told you. I gave out the number 13 times this whole episode. And you guys want to call in now. Gray always gotta break the barrier of entry. And he always triggers people to call in. So shout out Gray. But what's wrong with the rest of you? Call in sooner. So I'll have to take you guys tomorrow. Call me back. I got to end. I'm only here for an hour. Don't act brand new. I'm only here 1 hour. Until next time, y'all, I got to end. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and hearing all my little mess about skating and the little children. But I got to end. I appreciate it. I'm back here tomorrow for more mess. Who knows what we're going to get into? But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the calls, super chats. I appreciate it. I'll be back here tomorrow and all that good stuff. Until next time, y'all. Bye.